I've had to retire a controller, and I'm a bit sad about it.
You had to put it down.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well,
Did you drown it in the toilet?
it's actually...
Whoa. Where the fuck did that come from, Matt?
Welcome to Multiple Nerdgasm with your hosts, Matt, Luke, and Dan. Multiple Nerdgasm, your guide to all things nerdy.
Oh, it's just how I retire things.
Sure.
You know?
My
No, not that one.
Nerdgasm controller.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I've got to say, mine is semi-retired also.
You're kidding me.
The A button went on me today.
Fucking hell.
Mine disconnects.
Mine doesn't have the spring back function.
Listeners, at my wedding, I gave the gentleman some controllers as, like, what do you call them? Wedding favors, whatever the fuck they are. And they've broken them. In the toilet.
Yeah. Because we have played them to death, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. I go through a couple of controllers a year.
Fuck,
and
I still
just
have
because of
my...
how much I use them.
So we have my wedding controller. I bought myself one as well. And then I still have, although I did have to stop using it all the time because the controllers drift, the thumbsticks drift.
Yeah.
The launch one, 2013 day one launch controller. I was using it up until 6 months ago, but
I have a problem with mine. I don't know. The A button tends to go where it still works, but just the spring doesn't quite.
Because you play
feel
those
the same.
fucking games where all you're doing is mashing the A button for
And
hours
then also
hours.
right bumper.
Right bumper.
I feel I tend to play games that utilize the X button more than the A.
I think it's the way I'm pushing the A button that causes it to, I don't know, get stiff or
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't feel right.
with
And then
your
I
dick.
just get a new one.
Yeah.
Like I've even gone through 2 Elite controllers.
Good Lord. They're expensive.
They are expensive. The rubber grips just came off on them.
Why don't you get one of those? Remember those fucking controllers where they had like the auto fire, whatever it was called? Where
I think that's cheating.
well, obviously I was, but that would you save you some money. You just hold the button down.
Yeah.
Rapid fire.
I don't
is that
know.
what it was called.
Are you talking about
rapid
way
fire.
back in the day?
Oh, I think you can still get them, but you could flick a switch and then you would
Yeah.
just hold the button and it would just like click it constantly.
I got one and suddenly I could finish every game I could never finish before.
Yeah,
It was amazing. And then until you realize they're no fun.
yeah.
I had the Mega Drive arcade stick that had that auto function on it,
Yeah.
and it was great for playing Streets of Rage.
Oh, Streets of Rage.
God, I love that game.
Bash everybody.
They just released Streets of Rage 4.
I was about to say you were looking forward to that, weren't you?
I played it and finished it once, and I haven't been able to get back to it again yet.
Yeah.
It's designed to play and finish multiple times, and you can't cheat. I already tried.
Okay.
I tried because you got to finish with all the different characters. So I thought, well, I'll go to chapter select, and I'll play the last level with a different character. No, you have to play the entire game.
Damn.
So I've got to finish it like another 10 times or something ridiculous.
Well, while we're on multiple playthroughs, I've got to say I played through Disco Elysium a second time this week. I just couldn't.
Second time.
I couldn't stop.
How long
thinking
is the
about it.
game? Just out of curiosity. I mean, I don't know spoilers because
Well, actually, it depends. It depends because I played a much faster game the second time. My second playthrough, I finished the game on game day 4. And I think on the first playthrough, I was at day 5 or 6 at least. In terms of game day, but I mean that's bizarre. It's got this bizarre timing where time only ticks by when you're having a conversation or reading a book. Yeah, you could just you just stand there and wait, and nothing will happen.
Yeah, or run around.
Crazy.
So I figured that out.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, see, I don't know if any of these things are spoilers or not. I know that you had said.
I don't think they are.
Okay, you had said, and I think I had read online too that nothing is time sensitive. But there is the implication of time sensitivity at times where, like, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's certain things where Kim says we need to act quickly. Otherwise, our options are going to become limited. And I was like, oh, does that mean I have to do this now? Or is they just saying that?
I'd say, to me, that sort of sounds like you'd have to do particular options within a certain time frame, but it won't stop you continuing the story.
Yeah,
I
don't
you have
wanna
to
spoil
go down
anything.
different
There's
avenues.
something where it was like, if we don't do this, I think he actually says within the next few hours, then
Right. Yeah, you could be right. I don't think I had any like that. I had some that were meet me at this time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had to kind of time that up correctly, and I just made prank phone calls until the time ticked away. Man, I tell you though, I did some things in the second playthrough that I didn't do in the first playthrough that I didn't even encounter.
You were more of a dick in the second one, or just more of the?
I was more assertive in the second one. The first time, because you're an alcoholic, right? And you're a fucking disgrace. You are a disgrace. So the first time, I really played into that, and I was just like self-deprecating, and the second time, I was like, no, fuck it, I'm not going to be held back by the fact that I've woken up naked and with no memory. Like I'm just gonna own it,
boss.
Yeah, and it changed everything. But Matt, have you drunk dialed your ex-wife?
No.
Oh man, it was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking.
I've done some weird shit.
It was just too real.
So I almost gave up on this game. I know you guys saw my angry texts.
Yes. Yeah, you rage quit, man. You fucking rage quit so good.
But here's the thing, right? It is a lot of reading, and it's the way I play. I read everything, and I consider everything, and I think about it, and then so conversations take a while because I'm like, all right, what do I want to do?
Yeah. You do it properly.
Yep. And I was still very early in the game, and the build that I picked was like the thinker, I think, is the
right.
We can choose the thing. And I had, to begin with, very low endurance and very low morale of vigor. So I had basically one morale point and one hit point, which is why I died.
Yeah.
Like when I tripped over the wheelchair in the first fucking scene. And then, not long after, I was playing for a couple of hours, and then I got to a bit where it's not really a spoiler. It's like in the start of the game. You know when you go to use the radio in the car?
Yeah.
The first time? And there's like a ton of stuff you can do depending on where you're up to. So I was doing all this stuff, talking on the radio to all these different people and stuff like that. It was like 40 minutes to an hour worth of stuff. And then towards the end of it, I picked an option that killed me because my morale dropped to zero because someone made fun of me because my character's a bit fragile. And then I died.
Yeah.
And then when the save loaded, it was obviously before any of that had happened. And I was like, fuck you. I'm done.
Yeah, it can be frustrating like that.
You need to save quite a lot.
What's that?
I take it's a game you need to keep saving.
The autosave function is strangely intermittent. It's just you can't rely on it.
It does do it, but it doesn't.
Matt, I don't want to be condescending, and I'm only going to ask this because I didn't know the first time I played through. Yes. But I figured this out in the second playthrough. You know, you can get drugs where you can top up your.
I do. I didn't have any.
Yeah,
because I'd gone from the hotel to where the body is. It's not a spoiler. To wandering around a little bit to the car.
Yeah.
And so I hadn't acquired any.
Yeah.
So in that instance, it's something I could have done. But what I did, as soon as I leveled up a couple of times, I just put a few points into vigor and endurance.
Yeah.
And then also I've got, you can think about things and you gain bonuses from thinking about things. I've done that a couple of times. And so now I have a nice buffer of both.
Yeah. And you'll find as you get better clothes, you'll find a clothes, you'll find a hat that has vigor in it. You can just pop that on.
I have a mesh singlet.
Yeah.
That it gives me a +2 to something, but a -2 to fucking authority because I'm wearing this fucking mesh singlet.
Yeah. I
look fucking ridiculous.
Oh yeah, you always look ridiculous. Even when you try to be put cool stuff together, it's still ridiculous.
I look like a fucking moron.
In order to convince the guy to let me do karaoke, I had to rock up in that mesh singlet and a Japanese kimono.
So good. So many good little side plots.
To play it.
Yeah, see, I want to know how you'll go with it, Luke. It's basically a book.
Yeah, it's a book.
But it sounds awesome the way you guys are describing it.
It is. That's why I'm really glad I didn't quit. I came back to it. I stopped for the day, and then the next day I was fucking thinking about it again, and I was like, I guess I could just do it again, and like I don't have to read all the dialogue. I know basically what I did. So
yeah. Look, Matt. I mean, I totally get it. I finished the game, and then I tried to play another game and couldn't. I just couldn't.
You just kept thinking about it.
No other game could like capture my attention.
I was playing it yesterday, and I'm walking around, and I just used a few dialogue options, and then it actually gets into your head a little bit because you're like, am I actually doing something? Because my your brain talks to you in the game.
Yeah.
My brain pops up and it goes, "Hey, seems like you might be into fascism."
Yeah,
are you into fascism? And it starts asking me questions, and I'm like, "Wait, me or the character?"
Yeah.
Like,
it's so true. It's so true. You start doing that because your
am
brain
I
will just go
doing
to you. You like it hardcore, don't you? And your answers are just like yes or no, and you're like,
what?
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, and you like your hardcore stuff, and you're like, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, fascism, and you're like, wait,
yeah,
what?
that's it. Yeah. And I was like, wait, did I really do something? Or is
no,
it
but
just
that's
fucking
based
with
on
me?
the choices you've made too. Like, because at the end, like, because the first time I played through, I was basically a raving Marxist, and the second time I wasn't, and I was more libertarian, and people treat you differently, like because everyone in the game has a political agenda, and you miss out on whole quests if by kind of following certain doctrines. Yeah, but then you open up other ones.
Because also I fucked up. Not fucked up because that doesn't really matter. But I started out telling everybody that I couldn't remember anything, and that has ramifications later on as well.
But the funny thing is, the second time I did that, and because the first time I tried to like kind of try to hide that away, like was like my dirty little secret, and the second time I was just like, "Hi, I can't remember anything, so you'll have to catch me."
I was at the start. I was asking everybody like, "Where am I?" No. What world? What planet is this?
Yeah.
And they're like, "What? Oh, I don't have my badge. It's gone."
Yeah, but I love it that the I can't remember who you have a conversation with, and you just don't know fucking anything, and because he's like, you're like, "Where are you?" And he's like, "You're in the city," and you're like, "Yeah, but what
Which
city?" And he tells you, and you're like, "Yeah, but what is a city?" And then and then it comes up like new quest discovered, get a reality check. Yes. And you've got to find someone to like sit you down and like just tell you what's going on. That's a quest.
So good.
Yeah.
You think Kumo gives a fuck?
Yeah. What the fuck does Kuno care? I fucking love that guy.
What a psychopath.
Okay, so this hasn't happened to me in either of the times I've played through, but there's apparently, I've read online, there is something that you can do where Kim, your lieutenant, gets killed off. And Kuno becomes your sidekick.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah.
The fuck does Kuno care?
Kuno is the best, man.
Oh, man.
Hey, question.
Doing the autopsy and you look in the guy's pants and he's like, it's good, it's happening.
Yeah. Yeah, he's yelling out at his sister. He's like, he's going to jack him off.
You got to play it, Luke. You got to play it. It's fucking crazy.
Okay,
I really do.
There's a lot of profanity in it, but only one word is censored.
Yeah.
But so it is in yours as well. I was going to ask you.
Yep.
So it must be.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a
What's the word?
It's a slur for a homosexual. The F slur.
Also for a cigarette?
Yes. But there's even it's censored when they say it, and it's censored anytime it's featured on screen as well.
Yeah, I wonder if they did some
it is.
focus testing and they were like,
can't
get
say
that out of there.
Yeah, because they say a lot of other stuff.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yep. Just I noticed that too.
And I was watching this really interesting.
Just because those kids say it so much that it's really obvious that it's happening.
Filthy mouth. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But then you meet someone later in the game that has that word as part of their name.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh man, what a game!
The dev and writer of this game wrote a book back in 2013 that apparently this is set in the same world as his book.
Oh.
And so I really want to read it. And I looked, and apparently it was never translated into English from Estonian or whatever they are.
Yeah.
But from what I've looked at, that they're looking at releasing it as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
later this
Yeah,
year.
just based on the popularity of the game. Yeah. Oh man, so I didn't mean
different.
I didn't mean to talk about it so much again this week, but fuck me.
No, but that's just the truth.
Clay said to me the other day, because she's like, "You're playing this again." She's like, "For 2 weeks, I haven't seen you check your phone. I haven't seen you play the Xbox. I haven't seen you fucking watch TV." Like,
but it's good when you can get something that pulls you in like that.
So
like
different.
games used to.
I've never played a game like it. It's so different. Like,
and I was looking into it because the devs has actually said it's going to work with a controller. Like they're saying, like, don't worry.
I can see why.
But, yeah.
It's mostly just interacting with stuff. Well, that's the thing is, it's just a book that you click around in, basically. And then, the choices you make affect what the next bits are. But it's an interactive story more than there's no combat. I mean, it's all dice rolls and conversation. And then, I mean, you have to.
Yeah. Well, the devs apparently they're
shit to sell for money if you want to pay for things, but
yeah. The devs are D&D guys. This is the first game they've ever made. They're just a bunch of fucking communist nerds that love
I want some
D&D.
lucky rolls too in bits where it's 17% chance
you can be
of success.
surprised, right?
And it comes up good, and I'm like, oh man, I feel like I didn't earn that.
yeah. And sometimes you roll when you got like a 70 something, and then you don't get it, and you feel like pretty shitty.
Yeah. I actually lose a morale point, me physically.
Did you try to chat? Did you try to chat the girl up in the very, very opening of the game?
Yeah, of course I did.
When you have so the second time through, I didn't even bother. You don't know who she is, and you've got no stats whatsoever.
I told her I told her I was crying and that I pissed myself.
Yeah.
And then
I did that too. And she's like, "Yeah, I thought that's what might have happened. I could. I was listening through the wall." Yeah,
what a game.
Because if you try something with a roll, it doesn't just tell you no, you haven't done it. Like it'll then just give you really shitty options that you can do, and then
it tells you how you feel about it, and it's fascinating.
Because I tried to flirt with her, and I rolled and lost the roll, and so the only flirt option, and therefore and I had to say it was I want to make fuck with you.
Can I just ask one quick question?
Go on.
Through all of this, have we actually said what game we're talking about?
Disco Elysium. I think so. I think you said
maybe not
playing
though.
through it again.
Maybe not.
I think we all knew what we were talking about, but I don't think we actually said it.
If that's the case, I will insert a little clip of me saying the name of the game.
Disco Elysium.
Yeah.
I have had at least one listener reach out to me this week and tell me that they've picked it up based on our discussion last week. So that's good.
Yeah,
get it. I'm if you don't mind.
Very interested to see what Luke thinks of it.
Same. So just fucking get it, Luke.
The fuck does Luke care?
The fuck does Cooney care?
I can't get it because I won't play it because of the achievement thing.
Yeah.
It's just an unfortunate fact I've come to live with.
Fucking Larry Nelson and his fucking achievements. I know his name's not Larry Nelson, don't write in.
Larry Heard.
I know it
Major
is.
Nelson.
I know.
But yeah, no, I just, because there are a few times I'll go, oh, look, I'm going to play a game on the PC, and then I'll find out it doesn't have achievements, and I'll go uninstall.
Yeah.
Speaking of PCs, this is a slight topic change. I'm almost certain that I'm going to need to buy a new computer soon, most likely, because I'm using a work computer at the moment.
Yes.
I'm going to need to buy myself a new home computer. And the chances of me buying another Mac are very low at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah, and I was checking out a game today on Steam, and I just saw that little Windows symbol sitting by itself without that little smiley Mac face next to it, and I was just like,
yeah.
What am I doing? I mean, back when I did video editing with a program that only came out on Mac, then it made sense.
Yeah. Then yes.
But that was years ago now, man. And
Windows 10 is good. I mean, I'm on it right now, and it's good. I like it. I know.
The other thing I would recommend is you get Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, and you get a lot of PC games.
Yeah, I got that too.
Okay,
like a lot.
And Good Old Games new client will show you all of your games in one place. You can add Steam, Epic Game Store,
that's
Game
cool.
Pass. Fucking, it just all shows up in the one screen. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That's great.
So you want to know what kind of computer you should get? Is that the question?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Get a fast one.
I assume you want a laptop.
Yeah, laptop. But I haven't had to think about this. See, that's the thing that Mac do that's good. It's like you got a lot of money, you get the Mac Pro. You don't have a lot of money, you get the iMac. You got to be on the go, you get the Mac, the MacBook. Like, you don't have to go.
There's 2 sizes and there's 3 options in each size. Just pick one of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's whatever you can afford.
I'd probably say look at like the Razer ones or...
Yeah, if you're going to go laptop, definitely go Razer because they're more gaming PCs, but any gaming PC will also handle your editing.
Yeah. And I know the Razers apparently have good build quality and they're like... That's if I was going to get a laptop, that's probably what I would look at is one of the Razer laptops. Okay.
We can continue this conversation off air.
Listeners, though, write in and...
If you're going to go desktop, but you just go to a local computer store, tell them what you want and get them to build it for you.
I just do what I do and fuck around and... You probably not.
Yeah, I don't have this. I do not have the skills to do that. That's for sure.
Actually, it's not that difficult. The only thing I can't do is just because I never have, because it didn't exist back when I did all this stuff, is I've never done like water cooling in a computer because I'm scared that I'm just going to fuck it up. Because that's
why I paid someone to put the water cooling in mine.
Yeah, I think I would probably do that too.
Just water inside of a computer.
Yes. Hey,
but a computer is pretty. Got lights in it.
Mine's not pretty. Mine just looks like a Dell server, but it is powerful, which is all that matters, I guess. We talked about a TV show, and I can see that we've basically all now watched at least some of it. So I'm curious to learn, Dan, what you thought of Picard.
I've watched only the first 2 episodes, and I watched them today.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I thought you might.
Look, I'll be honest.
The first 2 episodes, I feel like the tone was a little different. Like, it does change a little bit after that. So I'm curious to see what you think about the rest.
Okay. Because you guys was telling me how, like, dark and serious this is. And I think maybe it's not as dark or as serious as I was expecting it to be. But, of course, compared to normal Star Trek. Yeah. It's still
compared to Next Generation.
It's still very campy and over the top. But yeah, when they swear, that it really just takes you out of it. But also when people like are killed, like in the early scenes of that first one, that I'm not going to give anything away, but that girl and her boyfriend are alone in their apartment, and then dudes come in, and that guy just gets fucking nailed. And I was like, oh, okay, people get killed in this. Okay, cool.
Yeah, they don't just sort of phase away to nothing.
Yeah,
that's one of the common complaints about it from Star Trek fans is since when do people fucking spray blood all over the room in Star Trek?
When they get stabbed.
Yeah.
Consequences.
But then they, look at what was the Star Trek, the movie where the Klingons and there's all their pink blood floating around the ship. Was that like the Voyage? No, that's not Voyage Home. That's Star Trek 4.
Wrath of Khan?
No, it's one of the later ones. Anyway, someone will write in. But yeah, they got. I mean, they just different rules on TV and stuff back then. So,
but the fight scenes are so good. Like the hand-to-hand combat scenes are like nothing like Next Generation.
But again, that's people are complaining about that too. Because
fuck off,
Star Trek. No, I know.
It's too good.
But it's just what's different to Star Trek.
Yeah, but that said, actually, I'm not going to give it the plot away, and I'm only 2 episodes in, but just the fact that
I've given away the ending.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's right. We did already talk about that.
Yeah, I haven't even found out that he's got cancer yet, Luke. But the fact that I was expecting this to be like a pretty big departure from like the Star Trek storylines, the familiar storylines, and it's not. Like the fact that it was like, okay, episode 1, Borg cube. Fucking Romulans,
prior knowledge.
Yeah, and I thought to myself, oh shit, this is actually quite derivative. I mean, I know it's a sequel, but it took me a bit to kind of just get over and you wouldn't want to watch this if you didn't know anything about Star Trek.
Probably not. No, it would be confusing. I was like can't tell. And I know there's a reason for it, right? The Vulcans and the Romulans look the same because they share a recent common ancestor, and I know that. But do other people know that? Because they just look the same.
Yeah.
Like, how do you know which one's a Vulcan and which one's a Romulan?
Yeah, you don't. And also, just to be confusing, there's some of these like fucking ex-Borgs that are, you know what I mean, like, that have been Romulans that have been Borged.
Yeah, even I got a bit confused as to who was who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But someone's actually also got Discovery on here. Did someone give that a try?
Somebody watched the first season, and that somebody is me.
Oh, wow.
You watched the whole first season since last week?
I did.
So you obviously enjoyed it? Or you just hated it and wanted to be able to criticize it right the way through?
I have mixed feelings about some aspects of it. I did like it. I did enjoy it. I feel like, I don't know, the characters weren't very likable. So that's basically my biggest complaint with it. And the one character I did like is Saru, Doug Jones's alien, the alien Saru. I like him, but he doesn't have a character. I just liked him, you know. I don't know anything about him. He's just an alien that was like he was interesting. But I liked it. The story was interesting. I liked a lot of people online complaining about how could this have taken place before, you know, the original series when the Discovery's got this fucking, you know, spore drive that lets it jump anywhere in the universe, and then how can that be?
Yeah.
And then like they've got holographic screens, and then on the Enterprise they just had like knobs and like lights, and it's like, yeah, fucking get over it.
Yeah.
You just have to just accept it sometimes and just try and enjoy it, not read too much into
show,
it.
And we know that the future is not going to look like fucking the original series of Star Trek. It's like, that's not,
But I am looking forward to the sort of the spin-off from that, which is going to be the new Strange New Worlds. And going back to that whole standalone episodes.
Yeah. Right. Well, see, I thought this was going to be that, but it's not. This is like a...
No, just...
Yeah. You've got to basically watch the whole thing, otherwise you're not going to know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
So
if you miss an episode in that, you've got no clues to what's happening.
Right. It's like, you know, like Picard. It's like it's a story told over 14 episodes. It's not, you know, like Star Trek and then The Next Generation were all, you could just watch one episode.
Episodic. Yeah,
exactly. You could figure out what's going on.
But TV that's not TV anymore.
Yeah. No, exactly. Well, that's why. Although apparently the Orville is that. And so people are complaining that Star Trek is now Star Wars and the Orville is now Star Trek with dick jokes. So
I'm okay with this.
Did you watch the Orville, Luke? It seems like something you would
I loved it.
Yeah, you liked it? Okay. Okay.
I did. It's not... When you first heard about it, you think it's going to be like super stupid. You think it's going to be like Family Guy in space. It's not.
I dismissed it on that basis.
Yeah, so did I. To be honest,
it's got jokes in it, but it's not. It is a bit more like original Star Trek. It is that whole campy feel and silly jokes.
All right. Because like I said, I haven't watched any of it yet, but I did read when I was looking up Discovery and that kind of thing after the first season. Although I have to be very careful because there's 2 seasons of Discovery, and I have avoided watching actually Red Letter Media's Picard video because they talk about Discovery quite a lot, and I know that they'll be talking about season 2, so I've got to get through season 2 before I can watch that,
because season 3 comes out soon as well.
Right. But when I was looking up stuff, they talk about the Orville and about how it basically seems like he wanted to make Star Trek, a show like Star Trek, but then they said, well, you're the Family Guy dude, so they basically made a show like Star Trek, and then he was like, I've got to put some jokes in, otherwise they're not going to pay for this. And so the jokes are kind of like, and there are less of them as it goes on. Like it basically becomes more just like it's Star Trek.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, there are some lame jokes in the original series.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Also, there's some fucking terrible episodes. I feel like even I have like a rose-colored memory of what Star Trek The Next Generation in particular is like, because I've seen clips of it from the last week and I'm like, that's fucking stupid.
Original series or show. Next Generation?
Both.
Yeah.
There was one clip that I saw from the original series. There's an episode where Kirk swaps bodies with a woman. And even though he's still Kirk, he's in a woman's body, so he's fucking useless. He's just crying all the time. And he's like getting emotional. And I was like, oh my God. I got to watch that whole episode. It's fucking ridiculous. And because he's in a woman's body, so he's weak, and then the woman's in his body, but she's just a woman, so she doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, both of them are useless.
Jesus.
So stupid.
You mentioned Red Letter Media. Have you seen that clip of Joaquin Phoenix talking about Red Letter Media?
Yes, I have actually.
That's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
He doesn't actually name them. Yeah, but it's just...
No, it's pretty obvious.
But it's obvious he is talking about their review of Joker.
Well, everybody is aware of them. I think in the industry, I assume people know who Red Letter Media are. Because they got very big with the Star Wars stuff. Well, actually, he started... The Plinkett reviews were Star Trek reviews.
Yeah.
At first.
Well, his Star Trek, the movie review is excellent.
Yeah. I like Plinkett. Although some of those early jokes didn't age well.
Oh, God. Yeah. Don't watch them now in mixed company. Don't say to people, you got to watch these.
Check out Red Letter Media's Phantom Menace review where there's this plot running through a web where he's a fucking rapist.
Yeah. and all three, because Phantom Menace, all the prequels, it just escalates. By the third one, he's got the girl who was in his basement, like upstairs, like
making
living
pizza rolls.
Yeah, making pizza rolls, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I talk about a movie I watched this week?
Please.
I want to talk about a movie called Torn Dark Bullets.
I saw this in here and I'm like, the fuck is that?
What?
Okay, so you know how sometimes a filmmaker is brave enough to tell a familiar story from somebody else's point of view or from an angle that you've just never seen or considered before, right?
Okay, sure.
Torn Dark Bullets is about the Black Lives Matter movement, but it's from the point of view of the tragedy that white cops have to go through after they kill unarmed black teenagers. And it's it is not a comedy, but like I was watching this whole thing going, who the fuck is making this movie? Like it's about a cop who shoots a black kid and then fucking spends the rest of the movie feeling sorry for himself and wonders why everyone is angry at him, and even goes to the home of the parents of the murdered child and is like, you did this to me. You ruined my life. And
oh God.
It's I heard about this and then I thought that can't be right. And then I watched it and it was. And at a certain point I wanted to turn it off because I was like, what is this garbage? And then I realized that that's not really fair for me to review it if I haven't seen it. So I forced myself to watch it. But this exists. So, yeah, Torn Dark Bullets.
Seems like a... So the whole thing is you're meant to feel sorry for the cop?
Yeah. Matt's either lost in thought or he's dropped off.
I think he's dropped off. I was just really considering.
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly what it looks like. I don't know why the African-American cast of this movie agreed to be in this movie. Yeah.
Because I could sort of see understanding coming from a different angle for it.
Yeah.
But not that angle.
No, exactly. And if Matt's trying to get us, computer just shit the bed, rebooting now. Okay, that's all right. We can finish this conversation, then we can let Matt chime in when he's back. Yeah, because I always think too, like if Spike Lee asked me to play the white guy in one of his movies, I'd have to really think about it. You know what I mean? Because I'd know I'm not going to be portrayed well. But at the same time, he's an auteur. But this guy's not an auteur. As far as I can tell, this is his only movie. And honestly, when he's like people that play the parents of this murdered black kid, I'm like, what? How did he convince you to be in this movie?
I'm trying to work out. So, because I'm looking at the characters that are in it, and it looks like some of them might be related.
Yeah. So it's basically, I mean, I'll be honest. I could not make it to the end. So I wanted to turn it off at about the quarter in mark, and I watched it to about the 2/3 mark before I was just like, I'm just wasting my time now. I wanted to see if it changed. Like if you turned off American History X after the first half hour, you might think, oh, it's a movie that praises neo-Nazis. No, it's not. It's a movie that makes you sympathetic to a neo-Nazi and then slaps you in the fucking face and said, how could you fucking side with him just because he's charming? Fuck you. And I wanted to make sure that this movie didn't do that. And it didn't. It didn't. It just had, like, sad music playing as this white cop felt really
bad for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, not sad about what had happened, sad that it had happened to him.
Yeah, just kept, look, I was doing my job. As you said, Luke, there probably is a lot of grey area in this topic that might be something that artists or filmmakers can explore at some point. Probably not yet, though.
No.
In the same way as I'm sure there were Nazis whose heart were in the right place, but that performed atrocities for reasons that we will never understand. And, one day we can tell their stories, but not yet. Matt, we're not going to tell your story yet.
Welcome back, Matt.
Hey, sorry about that. My computer completely pooped itself.
Very convenient that you were here for this conversation, Matt.
No, I was like, you said, I heard you say it's about the Black Lives Matter, and then it just, and I was like, fuck.
Oh, so you didn't even hear me say from the point of view of the white cop who feels sorry for himself because everyone's saying he's a racist.
I did not hear that. No.
The funny thing was, Matt, your image froze with you just contemplating, and it. And
I really thought you were just thinking about it.
Like you were just like, and we were like, Matt, what do you think?
My computer, I sent you guys a screenshot. It said, your computer's encountered an error, it's got to shut down. But the light on my camera was still on.
Yeah.
So I was like,
yeah, we could
can you still see me?
We could, but it looked like you just didn't want to weigh in yet. Like, it was like you were going, I live in America.
I see what side these two come down.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking he was like, I live in quite a mixed race community, so I shouldn't say what I really believe in case anyone hears this.
I'll just have to listen to...
listen and enjoy.
Listen back when I do the edit.
It wasn't a very good movie, Matt, and I don't recommend it, so don't worry about it.
It's the Cliff Notes version, yeah.
It's called Dark Bullets, Matt.
Torn Dark Bullet. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you find this movie? Did you already cover that?
No, I didn't actually. You know where okay, can I say it? You know where I found it?
Tortuga.
Yes, but I found it. I use the Tortuga Bay for searching, right? Yeah. But then I use uTortuga to download, right?
Okay, sure.
And uTortuga has like a sidebar that just advertises fucking I don't know what. But I've gotten a couple of movies and such. But it also is like Justin Bieber's wife is annoyed because of this. Like, but I've also gotten some pretty decent movie recommendations from this sidebar as well. Because sometimes if I want something immediately, I'll be just literally watching it download.
Yeah.
So I'm prone to notice what's in the sidebar. And then I saw this.
Okay.
Yep.
Speaking of coming down on the other side, but in a good way, Matt, did you hear that Germany had a public holiday for D-Day this year for the first time ever?
I didn't. That's funny.
They recognized and celebrated it, which is
cool.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah. The Germans like, let's fucking celebrate the day that the Nazis got their ass kicked because it's nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
They were cunts. Cool. Yeah. I thought that was really nice.
Well, they're very, I mean, we talked about it before, but yeah, they're very aware of the wrongs.
Yes.
So.
Unlike the Japanese who just pretend it didn't happen. You're not allowed to teach it in school. And we have to suck up to them. So we can't even call it VJ Day anymore. We have to call it VP Day for Victory in the Pacific or the ambiguous Pacific.
Rhode Island, it was VJ Day recently.
You still call it VJ Day?
Yeah, Rhode Island's the only state.
Sounds like Vagina Day.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first. I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah, why are we celebrating that?
Yeah, Vajayjay Day?
Sure, mate, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. When's D-Day? Get it?
Well, I can storm your beaches.
Hey, did you watch the Tenet trailer? I know you did. Dan.
I did. I
don't know if Luke did.
I didn't.
You know what I'm concerned about? I'm concerned this is going to come out at the cinema and we're still going to be locked down here and I'm not going to be able to see
I know. No one's going to see it. Apparently, there was an article this week that said 80% of theaters have to be open for it to get a theatrical release. I'm not sure where that comes from. I think that's maybe the studios decided that's the number.
Because he's just flat out refusing to stream this.
So if they don't get to 80%, they're just going to release it digitally, or
they might just hold on to it.
I think they're going to hold it too. Okay. Nolan has come out and said that he will not stream this.
Yeah, I don't think that this is. I mean, I kind of would want to see this in a theater. I think
so too. Oh, we watched Inception the other night. No matter how many times I see that, it's still such a great movie.
I want to like a memory, a very I don't know, powerful memory. That sounds wanky, but I remember seeing Inception at the movies, and the fucking bit where he rolls the van, and then the way that's done is so clever because like in the dream world everything's slightly slower. So as soon as the car rolls, your brain goes, the hotel's going to flip upside down on him. Yeah. And then it goes back and it does it. And just a vivid memory of being in the theaters going like, fuck, that's mad.
Yeah. And when you realize that those drones are just the same music track but slowed right down.
Yes. And that sequence where he's in the bar talking to Cillian Murphy's character.
Telling him he's in a dream.
And everybody in the bar looks over at him. Man, what a great movie.
It's fucking great. There's one thing in it, though. How old is this movie now? It can't be 10 years old, right? Maybe a little bit less than 10?
Inception? It might be 10 years old now.
One thing has not aged well. Joseph Gordon-Levitt tricks Ellen Page into kissing him. And when you watch this in Woke 2020, you're just like, he just sexually harassed her.
Yeah. Hello, that's how they used to do it.
It is how they used to do it, but it's not how we do it now.
How you should do it.
Yeah, and it's like, it was cute then, not cute now. You can't trick women into kissing you.
No.
Trust me.
It's rapey.
It is rapey.
My concern with Tenet is that when I watch it, I remember Interstellar, and I'm like, I hope it's more Inception than Interstellar. I like Interstellar, but I don't love Interstellar.
Same. I've wanted to go back to it as well and try and convince myself that it's better than I remember.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. But Jenna's refusing to watch it ever again, so I have to watch it by myself.
Maybe we should do a group watch. Luke, how do you feel about Interstellar?
Never seen it.
Okay.
That would work.
We could watch it all together.
Yeah, we should. That'd be fun.
Is there finally apps for that yet?
Netflix said they were going to
allow
them,
but I haven't seen it.
Did.
Watch parties or whatever.
If not, I'm sure we can just fucking queue it up.
We've got, this was, speaking of theaters and cinemas and things, this was sent in by Nate and then recalled by Nate as well. But there was talk that George Street Cinema was being shut down.
Wow.
And I was like, fuck. So we were supposed to talk about it last week, but we didn't get to it because we were too busy crapping on. Like we are this week, actually, which is fine, I think. He then emailed and said, I know, apparently that article was jumped the gun a bit. So George Street Cinema is, I guess the building got sold or something, and they are shutting it down, but they're going to renovate it and it's going to open up again. But it's just one of those things where now I'm going to fucking come back to Sydney at some point, and that's all going to be different.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's already different to when we grew up. Yeah. Because there used to be 3 cinemas all next to each other, and now they're all one. The one's gone and the other 2 are in one now. And it always makes me a little bit sad when I go there now because it's just so different to how I remember it.
Well, there's now like a whole tram and everything going through George Street.
Oh, that's right.
I've not seen that.
I haven't seen that.
Well, neither have I, but yeah, it's like it's completely changed since the last time we've seen it.
You're only 4 hours away.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm with Luke. I'm not going into the mid-city.
I suppose we're not there anymore, so why would he go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just his family.
But they're nowhere near George Street.
I know.
I hate going to the city. Yeah. There's just so many people.
Yeah, I
people
think
are the worst.
We used to enjoy, we've had a couple of good nights at Jackson's on George and whatnot, but I think we're past that now. Yeah.
That is not a bar that I would assume we would have a good night at.
I know.
But
well, I think we always still remember that one time where
I know what you're going to say.
A guy bought a whole bunch of drinks and then got bounced.
Yeah, because he was being a fuckwit to the bartender, or the barmaid.
She called the bouncer, he kicked him out, and then she was like, "You guys want these drinks?" And we're like, "Fuck yeah, we do." I think we were planning our holiday.
You should always be nice.
Yeah.
Were we discussing our trip? Is that why we were there?
Yeah. That was you. You guys had not met Paul before.
I think that was the time we met Paul. Yeah.
Yeah.
We learned a lot about Paul.
Yeah, he learned a lot about you.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, he learned a lot about you.
Yeah, we got to know each other.
You've learned enough to know that you'll be okay to travel together.
Yes.
I remember him asking me.
He will never speak to us again.
I remember him asking me, "Is Dave all right?" Nah, he's not. But he'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Huey was watching this YouTube video last night. Some Aussie celebs did this little parody. It's done like a public service announcement, except it's like, look, we're in desperate times right now with this quarantine. You're going to be tempted to behave in ways that you normally wouldn't. But we are here to beg you, please, please, do not start a podcast. And but then the reason they give, they're like, your friend Dave thinks he's got a lot of cool shit to say. He doesn't. No one wants to hear it. I was like, fuck.
I've got another piece of listener submitted news.
Okay.
And that is Darcy has sent in an article about a pasta, as in pastor, not pasta, not as in
not as in
not a fettuccine.
Fettuccine.
No, like a priest, a Protestant priest. Is that what a pastor is? Anyway, he claimed to have cured coronavirus by laying hands on people.
Oh yeah,
and he has now died of COVID-19.
Yeah, of course he has. So he was from Africa, where they have a lot of these pastors over there who think they can do stuff,
can cure the AIDS, can cure this, can cure
homosexuality.
Yeah.
Oh, I shouldn't do the voice, should I? I shouldn't do the little voice. Yes, Pastor Dr. Martin Semper, the poo-poo doctor.
What a character! Apparently, also, not only did he contract coronavirus and die from it after having
gave it to lots of people.
And he, while essentially giving them Reiki and telling them they were fixed.
Yes.
But emergency services also tried to go and collect his body from his house.
Yeah.
But they couldn't get in because all of his followers were waiting outside, waiting for him to resurrect and come back out.
Oh.
One person, this is one of his followers, said, "Now that he's dead, I don't know how the people he was laying hands on will be healed." God. This is one of those things, it's like doomsday preppers where it's funny, but then you think about it, it's like...
It's also quite sad that they believe this.
Yeah.
Well, along the same lines, North Korea have come out this week and said, look...
Sorry, one sec.
Yeah.
The police used tear gas to disperse his followers. just spotted that and wanted to point it out. Go on.
Great. That's excellent. Yeah.
Africa.
Yeah, North Korea have come out and said, okay, fine, we admit it. Kim Jong-un cannot magically bend space and time.
Really? That's funny.
Yeah, so...
Wow, that's a big thing for them to come out and admit.
Yeah, North Korea have an official newspaper that they control, right?
Yes.
And it is where you get your news from. And I don't know what happened or what conversations led up to this. I assume it's because the North Korean people are getting coronavirus now and want to know why he's not just using magic to turn back time and fix it.
Slurp it out of him.
Yeah. So they've had to come out in public and say, look, Kim Jong-un is a great leader and he has many, many good qualities, but being able to bend space and time is not one of them. Sorry.
So the legend is that the Kim family are masters of this thing called chukjibiop, a method of folding space and traveling great distances in a short period of time. And in the newspaper has said, in realistic terms, a person cannot suddenly disappear and reappear by folding space.
Well,
can you imagine some little old North Korean lady who like reads the newspaper and she's like, "What?"
Yeah, that's right.
Well, some of them would believe it, and then there are others who have to pretend to believe it.
Yeah, they pretend to be shocked. What?
He can't do it. Well, I'm
really.
Yeah. Fuck me dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Had no idea. You've seen those old. You can look on YouTube. Those. They're not. I was going to say TV commercials. TV commercials for Kim Jong Il when he was still around. Of him, and it's a song about him doing all that stuff and how he can summon the lightning, and it's him riding a horse through the woods and summoning down lightning and shit.
Well, summoning down lightning is certainly not plausible, but I do like the fact that he doesn't just say he can teleport. He says he travels great distances in short periods of time by bending space-time.
Yes.
Which actually is theoretical physics of how you would do that.
Horizon.
Yeah, that's right. It's called a wormhole, and theoretically,
this Sam Neill can do it.
Yeah, if Sam Neill and Lawrence Fishburne can do it, I don't see why Kim Jong-un can't do it.
That's the one good Paul.
Fucking great.
Paul Anderson, Paul W.S. Anderson.
The
Paul Andersons,
the non-artsy Paul Anderson.
Yeah, that's his best movie.
Definitely.
I don't know if you guys can see the photos in this article.
Yeah,
but there's one where he's riding the horse.
Yes.
Does he not look terrified? Was that just me?
What a fucking weird country, honestly.
Yeah, truly bizarre. Oh, man. I was about to say it's like something out of science fiction, and then it just reminded me of that scene in Picard where she's in his house looking through his bookshelf, and she pulls out an Isaac Asimov, and he's like, I never much went in for science fiction.
Yes. It's not a bad show. I like it.
Yeah, I'm going to keep going.
Speaking of shows that I like, this made me so sad because I want more. The fucking Mythic Quest quarantine episode. Did you watch it?
Excellent.
I haven't seen it yet, but I have heard about it.
Great.
I love this show. I know you weren't that keen on the show, Luke.
No, I liked it. I just...
Yeah. You know what, Matt?
It made me happy because I've watched the show twice. I watched the whole show through twice now already because I just loved it so much. And then just as soon as all the characters were up, like when Poppy joins the call and she's like, "Yay!" I was like, "Yay!"
Yeah. She's infectious, though. She's a great character.
Yeah. So they did an episode of Mythic Quest, quarantined, and I saw Caitlin Olsen, who is Rob McElhenney's wife, posted a photo of how he shot his scenes.
Oh, yeah, right.
It looks ridiculous because it looks like he's just sat, like we are here, but you can see into his kitchen. Mm-hmm. But she takes a photo back, and so he's got, I think it is an iPhone, because you said they shot it on iPhones, right, Luke?
Yeah, evidently it was 40 iPhones.
Yeah, so he's got it, but it's in a rig, like
right.
set up. Well, I don't know why I'm doing this, because the listeners can't see what I'm doing. It's in a rig, and then around him is basically a blanket fort to make it the audio usable.
Oh, for sound,
right, yeah.
So, it looks insane.
Also,
but then when you just see what it looks like on the camera, it like it said, just looks like we're sat here with a camera pointing at us, but it's not. He's got this fucking elaborate blanket fort around him.
For those who haven't seen it, it is a Zoom call by all the people in this company, like they're on COVID lockdown. It's great.
It pissed me off because it's one of those things where it's like, man, it would be tough to come up with a whole episode of a show like that, but
they did. No, exactly. I was like,
it's fucking
how
great.
would you write that? And then you've got all these other people, like I watched the Community reunion where they just read through an old episode. And I'm like, you should have done this. This is so much better than that. But Rob McElhenney has a fucking beautiful house, though. That's what I learned from
absolutely. Yeah, he does.
Fucking hell.
He's been posting good quarantine photos anyway, so I've seen his house is fucking gorgeous. But yeah, fucking that bit where they start the call and he's in the hot tub. And then, what's his name? I forget the character's name. He's like, can you turn the jets off?
Yeah.
I can't hear you. And then he's like, sorry, you probably can't hear me. I've got the jets on.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
It just goes to, I think...
The character that you're talking about is named David. And
that's right, David.
I did not know until yesterday when I watched that episode that is fucking cricket.
It's cricket. Yeah, it's cricket. Yeah.
Did not pick that up the whole way I saw the show.
Hilarious actor.
Yeah.
I think it just, like, Rob McElhenney might be a genius.
Yeah, he might be. And
because he writes Sunny, like he was the creator of It's Always Sunny and of Mythic Quest. And I always thought when they first started on Sunny, he was kind of the weakest performance-wise.
I agree with that. He was the least interesting character too.
Yeah, and his acting wasn't as great, but he got great over time. And then now in Mythic Quest, he's fucking fantastic.
Yeah. The season of Always Sunny that I'm currently watching, they just had the episode where cricket is fucking insane now. He's got half his fucking face missing. And it's just ridiculous. And then I just watched the episode where he finds this girl and falls in love, and then they're going to go away together and stuff, and then they're kissing. And then it just cuts back to someone going, why are you making out with a dog? And it just pans back, and he's fucking making out with a dog. And then it just zooms back in time to earlier in the episode where you see him go into the bathroom, except it shows him fucking smoking crack. And then and then everything that happened after that was just in his fucking head.
Yeah.
So good.
That guy's fucking hilarious. You should look him on YouTube, the gag reels for all the Always Sunny seasons.
Oh, no, I've not seen any of that.
There's one for every season, and you should definitely check them out because the way they shoot it, they do it to the script, and then they improvise.
Yeah,
so they'll do a bunch of takes until they get 100% perfect as script, so they can always go back to it if they need to, and then they just fuck around.
Which is a great way to do it.
Sometimes you can tell too. Sometimes I'm like, because you can tell by their reaction, I'm like, okay, they didn't know he was going to say that.
Oh, I mean, you watch the behind the scenes, and you'll go, oh, that line that I thought was improvised is definitely improvised because now everyone's pissing themselves.
Yeah, right. I went back and watched an episode from season 2 last week because people kept making reference to Frank sleeping with the waitress, and I couldn't remember him doing that. So I googled.
Yeah, he did.
I googled which episode it was, and I went back and watched it. And he does, and it's hilarious. But fuck, Frank is different in the first season that he's in.
Sure,
like
he's a businessman.
Yeah, they really ramp him throughout the next few
insanity.
Yeah.
Have you seen that episode yet? You must have. Where I don't even remember the specifics of it, but where Mac and Dennis live together in a house. They move to a house.
They moved to the suburbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, that is so funny. And then Mac's like the housewife. Yeah. He makes mac and cheese every night.
Yeah, Mac's mac and
cheese.
It's
Mac's mac and cheese.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking
yeah, because Dennis convinces him to be a stay-at-home wife.
Yes. Oh man, I gotta rewatch the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a sad time for television for the next year, though, because there's going to. While we're watching stuff that's already been filmed, but we're coming up to a stage where there's going to be nothing. We're going to go back to reality television again.
Yeah. Well, a lot of shows that just won't resume production, and because did we talk about Supernatural? Supernatural, this show that's been on for fucking 24 seasons or whatever, and has this rabid fan base.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's like halfway through the final season, the studio was just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
And then they're not going to finish it.
Fuck.
Like, I mean, I don't care about that show in particular, but like, man, if I was a fan, I'd be so annoyed.
Yeah.
I reckon what they'll end up doing, I think they'll do like a movie or something, like a made-for-TV movie.
I mean, maybe.
To finish it off.
They said they're not doing anything. So
well here's the thing. Here's the thing. A lot of petitions to bring back old shows are sparking up again this week. Now that we've worked out that Release the Snyder Cut did in fact work.
Which is, I think it's terrible that it worked.
I'm baffled by this decision until I thought about it a bit, and then I was like, it does make some sense, right? Because I assume, so this is HBO Max is launching, which is a new Warner's new streaming service, and the Snyder Cut's going to be on it, they announced. And I was thinking, that's dumb, except they probably had other stuff planned that it's not going to happen now.
Yeah, that's true. And also, I mean, there's buzz, there's free marketing already been done for this.
Right.
It's not a bad idea.
They're spending $20 to $30 million on it.
Yeah, but apparently that's not going to include any reshoots.
Right.
The most cast that will include is for ADR, and mostly the money is just going into special effects and new sound design, new score for the scenes that aren't in it.
Everyone doesn't understand. This is probably still not going to be good.
Well, that's the thing. Okay, so yes, of course, it's going to, because it was not going to be good when he was doing it, and then
Joss Whedon reason they fired him. Well, they didn't fire him, but they did. They fired him as the head of the project, and then also he stepped down as director because of his family thing. But
I have a feeling that was going to happen anyway. I have a feeling they were going to fire him, and they just timed it up with that.
Yes,
I hope he takes this opportunity to trick us all into thinking it was going to be excellent by making this really good. You know what I mean? Like, he has the opportunity now of going back in, editing out anything that's dumb. Like, he's had the world's best test audience, the actual audience. Like, he can literally just he can just go on Reddit, read what everyone says about it. Oh, we wanted this, we didn't want this, and just be like,
do the opposite.
Fine. Yeah.
That's a terrible thing, because you're giving in to all these toxic people who have got what they want now. And now they're going to expect it going forward.
I hope he superimposes a mustache onto Henry Cavill.
Well, those scenes won't be in it.
No,
presumably,
they will not
right?
Be. Yeah, well, yeah, I guess not. I guess he's got the option to keep him in, but like, is this taking it back to exactly what he wanted, or is this just him doing a new cut? I assume
it's taking it back to what he wanted. I would imagine. I mean, maybe he'll tweak it based on, like you said, based on the fact that. But I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah,
like exactly.
But it was garbage. Let's be clear.
That this was going to be. It's going to be garbage. Yeah. Because if it was going to be good, they would have released it originally.
Yeah. And they would have got Joss Whedon in and gone, look, just fix up, just do the scenes we haven't shot yet, but don't change it because it's really good. It's really excellent.
Yeah. It's a great movie.
Yeah. It's not like that. They decided, we got fired him, so we'll just reshoot it and release something that's shit instead of this great movie that would make us millions.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. But obviously they changed it enough. Did Joss Whedon get the director credit in the end? Or
Yeah,
he did. Yeah, because I know, because who quit? Oh, Bryan Singer quit the
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
He got fired.
Yeah, got fired. But then he still gets the director credit because the director they got in instead, Dexter Fletcher, is that his name?
Yes, I think so. No, wait. No, I'm thinking
that's Dexter Morgan.
Dexter Jetster from fucking Attack of the Clones. The guy
the
who owns the diner.
The diner owner. Yeah.
Probably wasn't him.
No, it's the guy from Lock, Stock.
Right.
But he campaigned to get the director credit, and they were like, no, it was still Bryan Singer's movie. Sucks. You just finished it off for him.
Well, that's sort of like Alien 3 as well, where Fincher was like, take my name off it. And they were like, no, you still shot most of it.
Yeah, that's
even though we mangled it.
Yeah. Well, your mate, Matt, David Lynch. See, now I can't even remember what his real name is. David Lynch. Wanted his name taken off Dune.
Yes. He gets I listened to his book. I forget the name of it. But he gets really mad and emotional about Dune as well, because he didn't want to do it, and then they told him it was going to be a great opportunity, and then he said, the biggest fucking mistake I ever made.
Yeah, right.
He says, don't sell out. He says he sold out. And he shouldn't have.
I'm going to watch that movie on my iPhone just to really piss him off.
He's got a short film coming out on Netflix soon. Did you see he's doing weather reports on YouTube? Fuck, David Lynch is great.
No, I didn't see that, but
it's just him sitting on his deck. It's like, morning. It's a lovely day here in Los Angeles. It's going to be about 40 degrees.
I rewatched Lost Highway a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, it's a great movie.
That is a great movie. And I think it came out, correct me if I'm wrong, Matt, but I believe that's the film directly before Mulholland Drive, I think.
Yeah.
In his chronology. And Mulholland Drive is the one that like took him from like cult director to superstar mainstream director.
Yeah.
But I think Lost Highway is much better, and I think it's similar in its premise in a way. But better.
Lost Highway is the movie that I like got to know. I think it might be the first David Lynch movie I watched, and the reason I watched it is because the soundtrack has like Rammstein and Marilyn Manson.
It's the most 90s movie,
and it's just so like just that sequence at the start, where they're getting the videotapes sent to them, and then like that whole, I was just like captured by it, and then ever since then, like all of his films, like I know they're weird, I know they don't make sense, but I love it.
But this one doesn't make sense in a good way, I find.
Sure.
Like, you don't...
Did I tell you that story about how, at the end of the movie, the cabin blows up?
Yeah.
So he tells this story in the book about how they were on set and they finished shooting at the cabin, and he was like, all right, let's pack everything up. And then the special effects guy comes over to him and goes, do you want to blow up the cabin? And he was like... Can we do that? And then the guy's like, yeah, I've got the stuff in the car. And he was like,
we don't need it anymore, do we?
Yeah, so we finished because they built it for
Yeah.
And the guy's like, well, let's just fucking blow it up. And he was like, all right, just let me get the script.
Yeah.
The cabin blows up.
Yeah. Yeah. And also in reverse at one point.
Yes.
But did you
watch the Twin Peaks The Return?
The return? No, the new one?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
You didn't? Okay.
I did.
There's one episode that is like, I can't even describe it, but it is the most David Lynch thing you can imagine.
I wasn't going to watch it at all because I knew it was going to be just David Lynch wanking in front of my face and just fucking
There's one episode that is. And then there are bits too. I told you there's a fucking 10-minute scene of a dude sweeping up in a bar. And then I was like, well, I mean, something's going to happen afterwards, obviously. And then just the credits roll.
But then I saw...
Fucking cunt.
I watched the part of an episode where David Lynch... There's some security guard or FBI guy or something, some cop trying to get David Lynch's attention or trying to talk to him about something serious, but there's this like prostitute or something in his apartment. And he is just taking his time getting her out. And I was like... This is quite funny, actually. I might.
It is. I really liked it. It's like I said, some of it is fucking weird. Some of it is so funny because I don't know if you've seen any of the trailers in that. Like Cooper, the whole thing was like everyone's like, "Oh, Cooper's going to be back," and that, but he's not because the character, fucking what's his name? I can't remember. Carl McLaughlin's character is not Cooper. It's Dougie, the mentally handicapped guy, and. Because I'm not even going to bother trying to explain why.
Okay.
And so it was kind of like this whole thing where it's like, oh, we get to see Kyle MacLachlan in the role again, but he's not. He plays this fucking mentally handicapped man.
Okay.
That nobody else seems to realize is handicapped.
And
it's this
interesting. Also, in Lost Highway, Bill Pullman is basically doing an impersonation of Kyle MacLachlan. And they've even they've even cut his hair in the same way to look like Kyle MacLachlan.
That's because I think if Lynch could just use Kyle MacLachlan and everything, he would.
This is the end of the show, so I'm going to give a spoiler for Lost Highway. I mean, it's a fucking 30-year-old film, but I'm going to give a spoiler for it. So,
I think you're okay there.
Yeah, if you don't want to know,
seen it.
If you haven't seen it and you want to go out and watch it, I suggest you do. And if you do, don't listen. Don't listen.
You can't spoil a movie like Lost Highway.
Turn off now. Yeah, it still won't make any sense. Well, that's what I'm going to say, right? So the premise is a guy wakes up every day and there's a fucking videotape on his doorstep of him at night, the night before.
From inside his house.
From inside, yeah. And from angles someone couldn't possibly have shot him from and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And you never find out who it is because maybe it's no one. But I think it's David Lynch. I think...
Sure.
I think... Whether he'd admit it or not, I think if David Lynch was honest about who it is that took those videos, it's himself. He's a character in the movie that you just never see.
Could be. Yeah. He never explains his movies. That's one of his things. He gets mad, actually,
when you ask him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it's just not something that it's not something he's up for explaining. Actually, and then there's really good. There's a really great clip on YouTube where someone's at a Q&A. Spends like 10 minutes on this thing about how it might even be Mulholland Drive. Is this scene represent this and that and blah, blah, has this happened and blah, blah, blah. And then David Lynch goes, no.
That's great.
That's it. Not up for talking about it.
I remember though.
Speaks for itself.
Yeah. And then that's fair. But I mean, he's got to realize
if he
that
wanted you to
know,
it'd be in the film.
Yeah. Because I remember listener Grant and I watched this movie, and we were at a party at my place in Stanmore back in those days, and we were discussing what we thought. So as Mulholland Drive, I don't know if I said that's what I'm now talking about. Okay. We watched Mulholland Drive, and we were talking about it and trying to figure out, like, hey, at what point did it change from blah to blah, and all of this stuff. And then Marius, the artist. Marius.
Yeah.
Comes in from the balcony and just starts yelling, "You shouldn't try to work it out. Not knowing is the point." And he seemed like really quite annoyed.
Yeah.
But
I think...
But correct. He is correct, yeah. But David Lynch knows that. He knows that when you watch a movie, you expect to know what the movie's about at some point during the film.
I suspect he doesn't like those movies.
Yeah.
That's all for this week. Thank you for listening, and we hope you enjoyed the show. If you enjoyed it, then please subscribe in iTunes to receive episodes automatically. We'll see you next time.